being trained in so many systems, and what is the core things that you can find of similarities between them? Because I assume it's like if you look at the divine is the center of the hub, and the farther away from the hub, there's all the different roles. So the farther away the fighting, but the ones in the middle, they're getting closer. Say, oh, you're doing something similar that I do.
Right.
What was that? What was those core things that you have seen across the board with all these systems?
There's an old Chinese saying that only when the master is at the top of the mountain can he see all the different paths that lead up to where he's at. Usually when they evolve from, it doesn't matter what tradition, usually when they evolve up to a certain level, they quit fighting. It's not about being right. It's about doing the right thing. So that way it frees you to support everyone in their personal belief structure, because you know that all of them will be challenged to evolve. So what they all have in the same is that all of them require accountabilities to evolve. It's all about the accountabilities. And so they have their own codes of conduct to create their virtuous states. Okay, they all start off with dualities, the right and wrong. This is essential because at that point, you can make decisions based on those things that are more radiant, which we consider right, and the things that are more toxic to the system, which are more turbid and dark. So because your body absorbs that energy, the goal about doing the right things is to free the different veils that we've enveloped to radiate light. So all traditions have those, the accountabilities, the codes of conduct, the virtues. That will bring them into the study of energy. When that happens, all of them have their own ways of working energy, using sound, using visualization, using light, and that segues into healing. All traditions, it's either personal healing or helping to heal others. They all have those things in common. After that, then they evolve into the final level, which is the fusion of everyone, loving everyone. And so the duality becomes a singularity when you realize that all things work together for the good of those who are walking with the divine. You begin to see the bigger picture. You'll be able to look back and go, this was a horrible in my life and it closed all these doors, but because this happened, it caused me to go this way. And this was a wonderful event in my life. And you begin to see the storyline. I'm 70, so when I look back, I can see all of the things that I felt really enraged by. And I go, thank you. That closed these doors and it forced me to do this. And so many people benefited from those decisions. And so that's why we say the duality shifts, because you learn to do things as a natural progression. And that's why when you meet these different elders and these priests, even though they don't have the ordinated title, they have that compassion that's innate in their speech and their actions, which qualify them for that. So that's the thing that I look at all these different traditions that they have in common. And I've seen, Diego, other things from the Egyptian and Hermetic. And now, granted, you always have those individuals in all traditions that are in high positions, but abusing their positions. And that's everywhere. But that's the human nature. But if you can strip that aside and look at the original teachings of that system, you'll find a loving, supportive energy. And that stream is what you want to follow to the mountaintop. That's the one. I know that many people have been hurt by nuns and priests from all traditions. I mean, it's prevalent in this world. But if you can push that aside and look at the original teachings, you can still find the freedom that puts you to the mountaintop of where you're seeking to go.